These are the top 5 scariest Fortnite stories. Please make sure to like and subscribe and watch till the end. Have you ever heard of the scary Fortnite stories?
My Fortnite's not even scary, man.
Well, I got some stories to tell you. The first one is called The Player Who Got Pulled into the Drain. It all started back in Fortnite Season 9. When Epic announced the Pennywise crossover, the game was buzzing. Everyone was hyped, red balloons, creepy laughs near sewers, and rumors of hidden Easter eggs under tilted towers. But not everything was just for show. There was this player, Liam. He hopped on the second update dropped, ready to explore. He landed near Pleasant Park, and that's when he saw it. A brand new storm drain that wasn't there before. Red balloons floated around it, and then he heard a voice.
Hey Liam, want a V-Buck?
At first, he thought it was a voice line from the event, but his character started moving on its own, closer and closer. Until the voice whispered right in his headset, "Don't you want to play forever?" His screen glitched, his mic cut out, and his character was pulled straight into the drain, just like Georgie. His friend thought it was a bug, until they checked the lobby. Liam's name was gone, but at midnight, his account came back online. It said in match, no one could join, no one could invite him, and sometimes, players still see him for just a few minutes before he disappears again. I'm still here.
Bro, that's actually chilly, bro.
It is. Now will you let me continue? Thank you.
Okay. Well, you've proven Fortnite stories can be a little bit scary, but I mean, that one can't be real, can it?
Let me continue. I'm still here. Come play with me. So if you ever drop near Pleasant Park and hear a voice from the drain, don't go near it. Because Pennywise might be waiting, and he loves new players. How's your thoughts about that one?
It is a little bit freaky, I'm not gonna lie. My worst fear is Pennywise the Killer Clown. And knowing that he can be in the same lobby as me when I'm running some Battle Royale. It's actually chilling, bro. What else do you have?
The next story, in my opinion, is even more scarier.
Oh, goodness me.
It's called The Boy Who Donated Too Much, featuring Tfue.
Oh, I love Tfue. Isn't he that Fortnite streamer from back in the day?
Yes, it is. Now, back in Fortnite's prime, things were different. Everyone remembers the golden days, tilted towers, double pump, Tfue winning every fight, and everybody trying to copy his edits. There was this one kid, Ethan. Ethan was obsessed with Tfue. He watched every stream and copied his keybinds and even tried using the same sensitivity. He wanted to be just like him. Every night he'd sit on his old Xbox watching Tfue dominate Arena, dreaming of being noticed. There's one thing he always wanted to do more than anything else: donate. To see his name pop on the stream, to hear Tfue say it out loud, to feel seen. But his mom never let. She said, "We're not wasting money on YouTubers, Ethan." So we waited and waited, until one day she finally said yes. "Fine, you can donate $20, that's it." Ethan was shaking with excitement. He ran to his mom's laptop, logged into Tfue's stream and clicked donate, but his hands were sweaty and his heart racing. And when he typed in the amount, his fingers slipped. Instead of 20, he typed $2,000. He didn't even realize it. He clicked confirm. The second he did, the screen glitched. Tfue's face froze and the donation alert popped up. $2,000 from Ethan. Love you, Tfue. The chat exploded. Tfue said, "Yo, no way, big W for Ethan." That night, Ethan didn't log on. And according
Wait, but what happened to him? I mean, he just donated $2,000 to his favorite streamer. How can this be bad?
Yeah, well,
I mean, people even noticed him.
he might have got what he wanted, but I don't know how to put this lightly.
Oh, no.
Ethan's mom didn't think it was funny. When she saw the receipt on her phone, her face went pale. She screamed his name so loud the whole house shook. That night, Ethan didn't log on, and according to the stories, he didn't wake up the next morning either. Days later, players started reporting something strange. In replays, they saw a weird glitch, a default Jonesy skin standing perfectly still in random matches. Not just any Jones. His eyes were red, not glowing, bleeding.
Oh my.
At first, everybody thought it was a troll skin model. But then something even creepier happened. If you got too close to it, your game froze. If you got too close to him, your game froze. Yeah, keep that in mind. For a second, a faint whisper played through your headset. I didn't mean to. It was only 20. When you loaded back to the lobby, your skin would flicker, changing for just a second to OG Jonesy with blood running from his eyes. That one night, Tifu himself was streaming a late match. He landed at Loot Lake and saw the same Jonesy just standing there. He aimed at him, no hit marker. His skin just slowly turned to face him. And through Tifu's headset, thousands of viewers heard it too. A faint voice whispered, "Remember me, Tifu?" His stream crashed instantly, and when it came back online, the match history showed something impossible. Eliminated by Ethan _2000.
That's the kid who donated 2,000.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Well, that's when people say the puppet appeared. The same animatronic spirit from Five Nights at Freddy's. In the story, the puppet gives life to the lost, to the ones who died unfairly, and it's said she gave Ethan another chance, but not as himself. She placed the spirit inside the OG Jonesy skin, the one he used back in Chapter 1, so he could play forever. Now that Jonesy roams lobbies at random. He doesn't build, he doesn't shoot, he just watches, and sometimes when players eliminate him, they get a strange pop-up on their screen. Ethan thanks you for the donation. Then their game crashes. Now here's the scariest part.
It gets worse?
Yes, it gets worse. Some players even say if you wear OG Jonesy and enter a solo match at exactly 2 a.m., your character's eyes will start to bleed for a split second. And if you listen closely, you will hear a faint jingle like a toy box opening. The puppet gave life. The puppet gave me another life, but I can't log out. So if you ever wear OG Jonesy and your skin starts flickering red, don't panic. Just leave the match immediately, because Ethan might be watching you through your own skin. And if he does, he might not you log out either.
Do you think this is why Epic changed the defaults in Chapter 2?
I believe so.
And do you think this might be why there's no Five Nights at Freddy's skin in Fortnite?
Yes.
Because the Five Nights at Freddy's souls are trapped in the default skins.
Yes, that is...
Oh!
And these are based on true instances, man. These are based on true instances.
I mean, thousands of people must have seen it. I mean, there must be a clip somewhere, right?
Yes, and I have another one. This one's called The Curse of Bilson and the Ice Monster.
Oh.
It all started back in Fortnite Season 7. That's when the map froze over, planes soared through the sky, Polar Peak rose from the snow, and players started noticing something strange deep beneath the ice. A shadow. At first, it looked like a shape, huge, frozen, unmoving. But if you stood long enough near Polar Peak, you could hear faint grumbling. and sometimes a low growl that made your controller vibrate. Everyone joked it was just part of the map update, but one player, Bilson, didn't think so. He was obsessed with the mystery. Every day after school, he'd log on and spend hours staring into the cracks in the ice. While other players fought for victory royales, Bilson would glide down, land at Polar Peak, and just watch. His friends would joke, "Yo, Bilson, you trying to make friends with the monster?" He'd laugh, but every night he swore the thing was getting closer. Then, one night, something changed. Bilson was alone in a late-night match, the storm closing in when the ground beneath Polar Peak began to shake. The ice cracked, a massive glowing eye opened from below, staring right at him. He couldn't look away. Even when he tried to move, his character just stood there, locked in place. The monster's eye pulsed red. Bilson. He heard it through his headset, a deep growling whisper that said his name. The screen flashed white, his game crashed, but after that night, Bilson wasn't the same.
Oh my days.
Season 8 came and went, and by Season 9, everyone was talking about the mech versus monster event. Players were hyped, the monster was back, and Bilson wouldn't stop talking about it. But his friends noticed something off. He stopped using his mic. He joined lobbies but never talked. Just breathed heavily into his headset. And his Fortnite hours? Way past normal. His mom said his bedtime was 8:30. But his friends would see him online till 4 a.m. every single night. And every time they checked his locker, he had new skins. He had spent hundreds of dollars on V-Bucks using his mom's card. When his mom confronted him, Bilson didn't even remember doing it. He said, "It wasn't me, it was the monster." She thought he was joking, but the next morning, she found his monitor turned on, showing Polar Peak, and the eye staring back again. Then came the day of the live event. Everyone watched as the monster rose from the ocean to fight the giant mecha robot. Players were screaming, cheering, recording. It was epic. But Bilson wasn't cheering. He was screaming. He said the monster was calling him, that it wanted him back. His friends thought it was a prank, but during the fight, his character in-game started glitching. It wasn't in a public server. It wasn't part of the event. His camera zoomed into the monster's face. And when the monster roared, the sound came out of Bilson's mic. "Bilson, come home." Then his console...
What?
Yeah. Then his console shut off completely. After that night, Bilson's friends tried messaging him. No reply. His account was still online, though always listed as in match. Sometimes they'd load into random lobbies and see a player named Bilson running around Polar Peak in an empty world. He didn't build, he didn't shoot, he just roared. And his skin? It looked like the ice monster, only twisted, human-shaped with glowing red eyes. A few players claimed to have nightmares after seeing it.
Bro, I'm gonna have nightmares just hearing about him.
Yeah. Dreams where Bilson was turning into the monster, claws ripping through his hands, roaring as the ice cracked beneath. And in every dream, he'd whisper, "I stayed up too late. Now I can never sleep again." Even now, years later, some players say that if you load into creative and set your island to Polar Peak at 4 a.m., you might see a tall shadow in the distance, a figure frozen in ice, breathing slowly. And if you stare too long, your screen might glitch, and you will hear it. Bilson. So if you ever hear that whisper, or your game suddenly freezes near Polar Peak, turn it off, walk away, because some players say Bilson never left Fortnite. He became it. And every night when the clock hits 4 a.m., the monster wakes up and Bilson logs back on.
Oh my.
Yeah, absolutely horrible.
Bro, I said Fortnite cannot be scary, but clearly you proved me wrong, man. This is... I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight, but... You know, I just cannot stop listening, man. Do you have any more stories?
I have one more, and they call it the Jason Voorhees incident. Now, let me explain. It happened during Chapter 2, Season 4, the Marvel season. where everyone was busy grinding Iron Man and Thor challenges, but buried deep in the Battle Royale files was something no one expected. A Friday the 13th crossover, or at least that's what people thought it was. It all started on Friday, November 13th, 2020. A weird little glitch popped up. Players landing at Lazy Lake started hearing water splashing, like somebody walking through the lake at night. But when they looked around, no one was there. That's when people began spotting it. A shadowy figure wearing a hockey mask, holding a pickaxe that looked more like a machete. At first, everyone thought it was a creative glitch or some modded skin. But then the kills started getting weird. There was this one kid named Toby who was obsessed with scary movies. His favorite? Friday the 13th. He wore the Jason back bling every match and used the slasher pickaxe combo. So when his friends started talking about the Jason skin glitch, he had to see it for himself. That night, Friday the 13th, Toby got online at midnight. He landed at Camp Cod, a creepy little spot that looked way too much like Camp Crystal Lake. Fog covered the area and all he could hear was water dripping. Then he saw it. Standing on the clock, motionless, a player wearing an old school hockey mask. His skin was dirty, covered in mud, and his pickaxe was dripping red. Toby laughed. Yo, nice cosplay, bro. But when he aimed his gun, his character froze. The Jason player tilted his head slowly and started walking towards him. Then a voice came through Toby's mic. Deep, static-filled. You shouldn't have come to the lake. Toby's controller vibrated so hard he dropped it. His screen went black. When it came back, his character was lying in the water, eliminated. The kill feed said eliminated by user _13.
Holy.
His friends said Toby's account stayed online for hours after that, but when they checked, it said in match, Camp Cod. But when they joined, there was no map, just fog. All they could hear was faint breathing and then a quiet sound that sent chills down their spine. After that, players began calling it the Jason Voorhees incident. Random lobbies would glitch at midnight on Friday the 13th. The water around Camp Cod would turn dark and some unlucky players would get a message in the corner of their screen. You can't hide from Jason. If they ignored it, their game would crash, and when they loaded back in, their default skin would be wearing a hockey mask.
What?
Yes. Some say Epic tried patching it out. But even today, some players swear that if you drop at Camp Cod on Friday the 13th and stay in the match past 1 a.m., you'll start to hear footsteps behind you. And if you turn fast enough, you'll hear a flash of you'll see a flash of a hockey mask in this water. Before it disappears again, one kid even claimed that the screen showed up this message for Boris shame jokes. Hope he never left the game and the lake. So if you ever play Fortnite on Friday the 13th and you see a player named user _13, don't shoot, don't move, don't even look at him. Because once you do, Jason Voorhees might follow you back to your lobby.
That's what happens if you play Fortnite on Friday the 13th?
Yes. Now I got one more. And this one can happen to you next.
No.
I'll never forget Chapter 5. Everyone called it the worst season ever. The new map, weird weapons, broken servers, but for me, it was worse than just bad gameplay. It was hell. My name's Chubbs, and yeah, I'll admit it. I couldn't stop trashing Fortnite. Every day after school, I'd hop on, die instantly, and range in party chat. I tweeted things like, Epic doesn't care anymore. Chapter 5 is a joke. I even made fun of the developers on Reddit. Didn't think anything of it until one day, something replied. Under one of my comments, a weird account showed up. No profile picture, no username, just deleted user. It said, you'll care soon. I laughed it off, probably some random troll. But that night when I loaded into Fortnite, the lobby looked different. The lighting was off. The background wasn't the new Chapter 5 island, it was dark with fog like something out of a horror game. At first I thought Epic was teasing a Halloween event. Then I saw it, a message flashing across the top of my screen. Welcome back, Chubbs. Let's see if you still hate the game. My heart dropped. I hadn't typed that. I clicked play, but instead of Battle Royale, there was only one mode available. Developer test map, private. I tried backing out, wouldn't let me. So I loaded in. Everything went black for a second. Then my character spawned in the middle of an old map. It wasn't any old map, it looked like chapter 1. Tilted Towers, Dusty Depot, Retail Row, but the names were wrong. Tilted Towers was now called Twisted Towers, Retail Row, Rotted Row, and Dusty Depot, Deadly Depot.
That's...
Scary.
Bro, I think I've heard of this one before. This story is real because I've heard it around.
The sky was red. The storm circle was black and I could hear faint whispers all around me. Then a voice came through my headset, deep, robotic. Still think chapter 5 is bad. I froze, my mic wasn't on, no one else was in the party. My character suddenly started moving on its own. It walked into a house, lights flickering, and it said on the wall. On the wall there was graffiti. It said, "I got fired because of you." Then my screen glitched and for a split second I saw something in the reflection of a TV in the game. A man wearing an Epic Games hoodie, staring back at me. I ripped my headphones off. When I put it back on, my character was gone. The screen said connection lost, but before the game closed, one final message appeared. Enjoy chapter 1 forever. Then everything went black. When I relaunched Fortnite, it didn't work. It just said account not found. I tried logging in again, resetting my password, everything gone. The weirdest part, every time I tried to make a new Epic account, it would crash and say, Chubbs is already playing it. That was 3 months ago. Sometimes I still hear the Fortnite lobby music faintly from my headset, even when the console's off. And once, around 3 AM, my monitor flashed on by itself. The screen showed that old chapter 1 map again, but this time, one new POI appeared in the middle of the island, Chubb's Curse. So yeah, maybe chapter 5 was the worst season, but take it from me, don't trash Epic too much. Because somewhere out there, that fired developer is still watching, still coding, and still waiting for the next player who says they hate the game. See you in Twisted Towers, Chubbs.
I feel so bad for that Reddit user. He must have gone through so much.
That is...
These stories are terrifying. I thought Fortnite was for babies, but after hearing this, I mean, clearly it's no kids should be playing this game.
So guys,
actually horrifying.
Be careful of the horrors of Fortnite, and we'll catch you in the next one.